This is our first CIS graduating class. So it's the first time that we've had players on our team that have played 5 CIS seasons. We've got some players that are graduating that are key players. What's really exciting for us is we've got some players in the middle of our lineup or in the middle of their CIS eligibility that are really pushing and shoving and getting some time, and they're doing just great things. And then we're really excited with the young players that we have in our program as well that are very promising. So this is really the first time that we can say that we have 5th-year CIS players, we have 3rd-year CIS players, and we've got some great rookies coming in as well. So we're deep throughout the lineup. I think things bode well for the next 2 seasons just with the players that we have, not even considering the players that we actually have coming in already next season.
Expectations are pretty high. This is kind of my last chance to do everything. So my last chance with the team, the last chance that we can make playoffs, last time I can go to nationals. So expectations are definitely a lot higher, and everyone wants to go to nationals, but personally for me, I want to win nationals this year. In my first year, it was our first year in CIS, so I didn't really know what the expectations would be coming in. We just wanted to have a winning record, and in our first year we didn't accomplish that, but every year we've just been building on that and building on that. In our second year, the goal was playoffs, and that's still our goal, but now we've gone even higher, and now it's nationals. Coming into my first year, I was really nervous. It was something totally different for me, especially going right into CIS and not starting off college, so it was a big jump for me, and it's just been awesome to see how it's evolved and how the new players are each year, they're getting stronger and they can adjust quicker to that jump. So I think for my first year, it was a really big jump just because I came in and I didn't have any vets that were CIS players, but now for these younger players, we have been in the CIS for 5, some of us even more than that, have been playing. So it's nicer for them that they actually can be mentored by CIS veterans, where I didn't have that when I came in.
Good job. Let's finish here, right? Keep pushing. Here we go.
I love hearing all the attackers, guys. Everyone's doing a really good job calling for it. You know, 2, 1, 2, heat. Hands up.
I've grown up with most of these girls. I was with them when I was a teenager, and now I'm an adult, and a lot of what shaped me has been because of them and because of our coaching staff. I think of our coaching staff as my parents. I think of my teammates as my sisters and my best friends, so it's been awesome. Balancing my academics and varsity athletics has been tough. We're called student athletes for a reason. Student does come first. So when you have plans with your friends or people are like, let's go do this, you have to think about school first because our schedule is so hectic. A lot of times we have to sacrifice things to do schoolwork. So we're always trying to balance the two, and in my first years it was hard doing that, but now I've kind of figured it out. I have my routine and it's a lot easier now, but definitely coming in it was tough trying to balance at the start.
Moving from Norway to a different country, there's a lot of adjustments I have had to make, especially the language is different and I have to adjust to understanding and learning in the different language. So going to university for the first time is a challenge, but something I think I can manage and get used to after a while. And also the team has a different speed and communication that I'm not used to. So just adjusting to different aspects of the team and the country and living by myself. I've never lived by myself, so cooking and stuff like that. The team is firstly very welcoming when I'm coming, but it actually started when Steve told the team that I was recruited to the Heat. Everyone was so curious about who this girl from Norway was. They added me on Facebook and we started talking. So I got to know them through Facebook quite early. That was like a huge sign of that I felt welcomed to their team and that they really looked forward to meet me. One of the players on our team, Kaylin Jones, came to Oslo and we met up and we were great friends. We did some training together, beach volleyball and with my old team in Oslo Cole. That's just so great to know someone already when coming here. And we also actually flew together from Oslo to Vancouver. So that was a great welcoming experience.
I actually got to meet Katinka in the summer when I went to Norway. We actually went out to a bar the first night that we met, and it felt like we kind of already knew each other when we first met. We ended up having a push-up competition at the bar. Apparently I won, I don't know how. It just kind of felt like we had already been teammates all summer almost.
About my expectations for the season, talking to Steve, he gave me an impression that he wanted to use me quite early, but I don't have the big expectations of playing a huge role right away. Just getting adjusted to the team and the speed, and then eventually getting more playing time and doing a difference for the team. I definitely can feel that the team has high expectations in terms of that the level is very high. I'm very impressed by the team as their team spirit, and also their game and their speed and their control is at a completely different level than I'm used to in Norway. So I really can understand why they have expectations of achieving good results this year. Coming into UBCO, I was enrolling in engineering, but over the summer I've been thinking in other terms that during my year working at an elementary school that maybe science would fit me better. And now I'm enrolling in a Bachelor of Science, and eventually my thoughts are to become a teacher maybe. So there's a lot of things I can use my science degree on, and I'm not really sure, but maybe a teacher would fit me better.
My summer had a lot of anticipation in it. I tried out for the national team, and unfortunately I didn't make it, so that was very short-lived. It really made me excited for the school year because I could be back with my team who I knew a lot better. The only thing is I had to wait 3 months until I could actually get back. Last year was also very anticipated. We were all playing together really well throughout the entire year. Like, we were ranked first for a really long time. And then when it came down to the crunch time, we almost tried to do too much, and it didn't really pan out for us the way that we thought it would. And I think a lot of us were very unhappy, obviously, with the outcome.
Struggling at the end of the year, just in terms of qualifying at the end of last season, has definitely motivated, I think, people, both physically and mentally, for this season. It was really tough at the time, but learning from that, I think we're going to be better this year. Final Four for me was really hard. It was my first year coming back since redshirting, and I definitely felt the pressure. It was my first time being in that situation. It was my first time playing in Final Four, starting, and personally, I definitely felt it get to me. Same with the whole team. It kind of just seemed like everything was going by really, really fast, and we didn't have the ability to slow down the game and just play.
Last season was great, start to finish. We were in some great battles. We won most of them throughout the year, came down to Final Four, and the two teams that we faced at Final Four were teams that we didn't have great success against in the regular season. The first team that we lost to in the Final Four went on to win the national championship, and we were right there with them, fifth set. All tied up. We ended up losing by 3 points in the fifth. And then the team that we had to beat to qualify for the national championships after that, they were in the previous 8 national championship finals. The rest of the season was great, and even that result at the Final Four, I don't think it was unexpected. It was just below what we expected of ourselves.
Entering this season as a third year is kind of nerve-wracking because I know that after this year, we're basically going to have to start over. So I think it'll be really helpful for us this year to try to mix in those players who haven't really had the chance to be on the court.